This episode of Monster Cafe contains misogyny left uncontested. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome back to Monster Cafe, where they handed the keeper the seat back to me for a trip to the 90s. No, not those 90s. I'm Paul, triumphantly returning to torture players with more creepy Doctor Who references.
Yay!
Returning from last time, I am joined by my team of hunters. Everyone go in Discord order and introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Nick, or Kilnos if I have that channel up now. I'm playing Jason VanHellmans, a big blue devil with long black horns and a rocky right hand, and was adopted by our own Dr. Temperance.
Hello, I am Izzy, sometimes also known as Lee. I will be playing Ariana Quell VanHellmans, a girl with an enormous battle axe on a revenge mission.
Hello, I'm Justin. I play Oscar VanHellmans, and I was the one who originally slayed Count Dracula. I like long, slow walks in the shadows of the craggy cliffsides. I enjoy laying in the mist as it coalesces over the body and cools me down to a corpse. Oh wait, this is not a dating site. Sorry, hi. So I'm gonna be playing the Patriarch, and yeah, I actually accidentally killed Dracula, but we'll get into that later.
Hi, I'm Steph, and I play, Dr. Temperance Vigilance Frankenstein VanHellmans IV, because I didn't want anyone to use the full name, it's fine. She's the resident mad scientist who's just inventing all sorts of crazy things. We've got laser cannons, stun pistols, recreational drug use, and grilled cheese, which is definitely not related to the previous one.
And the tricked out proto-RV, don't forget that. You beat Henry Ford inventing the car.
That's true.
Henry Ford plagiarized me.
I think what happened was you sold your schematics to Henry Ford and just cut out all the cool stuff and gave him the basic model, and that's part of how you guys got so rich.
That's why it's such a jalopy.
Yeah, you made the Model 0 and you sold him the Model 1.
It's fine. He looked like he needed a win.
So basically, Tony Stark invented the Iron Man armor, and then just gave the casing to someone in medieval England. Got it.
Anyway, last time, you were all hired by the prophet of Delphi herself, Cassandra, to find her missing sister, who had disappeared under cover of the London fog. A seer cannot use their gift to glimpse anything significant about their own future or that of their loved ones, so she had to come to the VanHellmans for assistance. The family set out in their steampunk proto-RV to Hyde Park in London, where they were assaulted by living statues under cover of the fog. Eventually forced to flee, they found their way to the British Museum, where Jason VanHellmans read the beginning of a prophecy foretelling how the VanHellmans would stop the apocalypse, only to be interrupted by the arrival of more living statues. That is where we resume our tale. VanHellmans family, you are all uncomfortably aware that you are surrounded by more statues, mannequins, suits of armor, wax sculptures, and of course conventional stone and clay statues, having amassed around you in the Count Dracula collection within the museum. The room you stand in is the center of a large wing, with exits at each compass point, all blocked by statues, and stairs that go up to a higher vantage point where more statues appear to await you.
Jason.
Yes?
I don't believe we have a precise designated number for this action. We'll just say it's movement 101, shall we? Could you beat a son of a bitch with another son of a bitch?
I can certainly try that. I have one question for the Keeper.
Okay.
Is there, anything... I'm just gonna read it right off the move. Is there anything like a fire extinguisher, motorcycle, car, or bus? Because I have a move here that can do something with those.
Are you looking for something in the size category, or are you specifically limited to those objects?
In those, side categories.
Oh, sure.
There were fire extinguishers back in that time. They were made out of solid brass, though.
We're not going to go with the fire extinguisher. That was not as fun as... You have Count Dracula's horse-drawn carriage with little gothic curtains and shit just sitting 10 feet to your right. It's just the 1890s version of a car.
That is perfect. I have this move called Mayhem, that allows me to grab a nearby large object and use it as an improvised weapon. So I would like to grab Count Dracula's carriage and just throw it at as many of these things as possible.
Are you trying to cause them harm or just clear a path for you all to get the fuck out of here?
Mainly clearing a path.
Alright, roll to act under pressure. Unless that move has, like, another thing that wants you to roll.
It only says if I'm inflicting harm to kick some ass. Other than that, no.
Yeah, so yeah, no, you can have to do that. You just pick up this carriage like it's a more reasonable sized object, and you hurl it. So go ahead and roll to act under pressure.
That is a 11.
Yeah, with an 11, you Fred Flintstone bowling ball these things down by throwing a horse-drawn carriage at them, without the horses, fortunately. And there is now a clear path of egress for you all from this room, to the western wing of the museum.
Let's go!
That's my boy. He's so big and strong, and I'm going to follow after.
That was absolutely impressive. Very good. So, yes, I think designate 101. That should be our opening gambit from now on.
Yeah. He's already out the door also.
Go ahead and roll plus sharp, Jason. I want to see whether or not you, in the moment, thought to bring Dracula's journal with you.
That is a 9.
You bring it with you, but you are the last one out the door as a result.
Okay.
You feel as you, like, a statue grab around your, like, wrist, like your ankle trying to get you, but it doesn't get a firm grip. You all get into the next room, and there are no statues.
Okay, that's good.
All the statues pretty much had been amassed in there. You are actually now in the main lobby area of the British Museum. You ever been there? Like, the British Museum has like this big central staircase that kind of goes up several floors, and all the different wings kind of offshoot from the main lobby. And so you are off to the Dracula lobby on one side. Now you're in the main area.
Keeper,
Yes.
would there be some roped off sections to prevent the lessers from touching the displays?
Oh yeah, there's lots of velvet ropes everywhere.
Very good. Can I use one of the brass velvet rope nipples? Can I pick one of those up and break the arm off of what just grabbed Jason?
Sure can. Roll to kick some ass. You are trying to knock this thing's arm off. That's harm.
Alright, that's a +2 on that, so that'd be an 11.
Yeah, you shattered the thing's arm off real good. You now just have a mannequin arm.
Nice. I think I'm going to keep this. It seems to do more than my little rapier cane.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
So what do you all do? The statues don't seem to be pursuing you in this very well-lit area.
Do we need anything else from the museum?
Well, how about this? Why don't you two barricade our doorway here, and that way we can keep those guys out. Temperance?
Yes, what am I doing?
I'm asking if you can grab something and maybe make an automated sledgehammer of sorts, just in case.
Oh, sure. Can I have that arm you just had?
I suppose? What's left of the arm, I hand it to her.
Fantastic. I'm going to do some science right quick, and I open up my bag, and I would like to do some weird science to turn this arm into a hammer that is holding another, like, it's like dual wielding hammers, except the hammer is also holding a hammer.
Okay, roll science.
Weird science.
Science. Boop. That is a 13 to make a hammer that is also a hammer.
Nice!
You look around the room, you look around your tools, and you see that there is definitely already a hammer lying around somewhere. You grab the hammer, you put it in the mannequin arm, and then you see like the springs that are like used to like load things, and you kind of like just whip it together, and now there is an object that repeatedly swings a hammer inside of this door frame after the barricades.
Double time. Da 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 da.
So it's my understanding basically you just made a thing that's going to jump a statue if it makes it through the door past the barricade, yes?
Yep.
Are Jason and Ari going to be barricading the door while this is being built?
Yep.
Yep, Jason's just carrying the heaviest things possible onto the door.
I'm not going to make you all roll to move mundane objects because there seems to be no time pressure for some reason. You all finish barricading the door, lose complete line of sight on the statues, and then you hear thump, 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 thump. Like everything is running into that door over and over and over again.
Huh.
Lovely.
Do you think they're camera shy, or do you think they get sunburned?
And as you say that, the lights start to flicker.
Sunburn.
Oh, that would make sense. Especially if it's a Dracula thing.
And you realize, as the lights flicker, oh hey, that room had lots of exits and we only barricaded one of them.
Oh, that's not good.
And you all see at the threshold of this room, moving in bursts every time the lights flicker out, statues coming through all the other entrances of this room. The only path out is the exit to the museum or up the stairs to the 3rd floor.
So, shall we do the logical thing and remove ourselves through the obvious exit? Or should we run upstairs and hope for better days?
Do you think upstairs has an exhibit on the seers or whatever they're called?
Possible?
You think you'll learn more going through an exhibit in a civilian museum than you will through your personal library?
Oh yeah, I forgot about the library.
We are known for our monster hunting prowess, not for our intellect.
That was also Larry, the guard, who just woke up saying that to you all when you were wondering about that.
Larry, you're okay!
Larry, I would run if I were you.
Run from what? And and the lights flicker, a statue grabs him.
No!
Not Larry!
So I've got this fancy laser cannon. I would like to keep Larry safe.
Alright, roll to kick some ass. If you fail, you're trying to shoot a thing that's holding a hostage.
He's fine.
Can I help out in some way? Oh, yes, I need to help out.
Yes, roll to help out.
9 again.
Alright, so you're going to plus 1 to Temperance's roll, but you are going to expose yourself to trouble or danger as a result. Temperance, what was your roll before the 1?
My roll was a 5.
You stun Larry, and he is now unconscious in this thing's arms. And Jason's help out just means that the other statues are, like, surrounding him because they see him as the biggest threat.
That's fine. That's better, actually.
Sweetheart, can you use your big axe and maybe help out Larry? I might have missed.
Alright. Gonna rush in and beat down on the statue that has Larry.
Alright, roll to kick some ass.
That is a 13.
Yo!
Yeah, you chop this thing's arm straight off, and Larry's unconscious body just crumbles to the ground. I'm gonna go ahead and say, Jason, you do see a path of egress to get to Larry if you want to scoop him up.
I'm scooping him up and I'm running out the door.
Alright, roll to act under pressure to outrun these very fast statues that seem to only be able to move and no one's looking at them.
Can I run backwards to the door?
Sure, yeah, you can run. Oh, you're gonna backpedal.
Yeah, I'm going to pick up Larry and then backpedal to the door.
Yeah, sure.
That is a 10.
You keep your eyes on this thing, you just keep, like, doing, like, the room sweep, like, looking at all of them over and over again. They make little bursts when the lights flicker, but you guys get a safe path out.
Okay.
And the fog outside of the museum has cleared. It is now about an hour before sunset. You guys got an early start on this. Without the fog, you get the impression the statues can't follow you out in the open.
Yes, but it will be dark soon.
Should we return home, see if we can do some more digging as it is?
Yeah, probably put Larry somewhere too.
Oh yeah, we brought Larry with us.
Well, it looks like we have another member of our family. Let's just take him with us, what's left of him, and maybe Temperance can hook him up to some electrodes and get him jump-started again. We'll take off some of his limbs, replace them with much larger bioorganic ones, and, I don't know, probably make an engine in his chest to keep him going. What do you think?
Oh, I was just going to give him cocaine. That works too.
Ah, refreshing.
He's not dead. He's alive.
I'm aware.
But he could be more alive.
I would be more alive that way.
We build RoboCop.
We have the technology. We can make him better.
The last time we tried to make him better, he stunned himself unconscious.
Yeah.
Which we would have to do a full brain upgrade.
You make your way home, and because the fog is there, you can cut through Hyde Park, get back to your proto-RV. And you make it back to your country estate outside of London.
Ah, home sweet hovel.
And when you get back there, you have access to your library, you have more free access to read Dracula's journal.
Can I take this time to up my stun ray pistol? Because I assume the stun ray probably wouldn't do too much to a statue, but I bet I could make it into some kind of giant sun lamp with enough time, maybe?
So your plan is to just make your stun ray into a flashlight.
A flashbang.
The exact opposite of what you did to Larry's flashlight.
Well, now we have 2 flashlights. Death flashlight and go away flashlight.
So, by go away flashlight, you mean like vaporize them?
Oh no, that's the laser cannon. See?
You know, it's weird how everything you do makes a cocking sound. It's strange. It's a superfluous action on a lot of your ideas. But I'm glad for the sound effect.
It gives me something to do with all of my tremors.
I want to test something. I give Dr. Temperance my sword.
This is pretty.
Does that need to be cocked?
Oh, okay.
She cocked your sword.
It now glows.
It's glowing. Why is it glowing?
I made it a glow stick.
You actually just bent the sword.
Which I just invented.
Now whenever you cut an enemy with it, they just sit down and watch all the pretty colors.
It's super effective against most common people.
Most, I'm colorblind.
Would you like me to cock your sword as well?
No. No, thank you.
There's a joke there somewhere.
It's in there somewhere.
That's what she said. Anyway.
I like how the fruit kept getting just a little bit higher, and then you still went for the low one.
Absolutely. I'm not climbing any trees.
Alright, so, Temperance, you realize there's a gentleman by the name of Thomas Edison who stole this idea from another guy. There's this item of artifice called the light bulb.
Oh.
And you realize you can make a big-ass flashlight without sacrificing your stun gun.
Okay, I'm going to call it a spotlight. Because you take a spot and you light it up.
Just be extra gothic, you put the vestige of a bat in front of the bulb.
Yeah.
How does it... Oh, my eyes. Oh, I see spots.
Aw, you didn't even have to take the LSD.
Nope. Now my retinas are burned permanently. Very well.
I think it works.
So while Temperance and Oscar are inventing the spotlight, what do Ari and Jason do?
You go first if you want.
Could I don't know, do some sort of like looking through our library, see what information I can figure out.
Roll plus sharp to investigate a mystery.
Research montage.
Oh, sharp, that's...
I'll give you +1 moving forward because you have access to a very prolific lore library on monsters.
Oh, sweet, so I get to roll this with a nice +0 then. Yeah, nope! That's a 4.
Well, mark experience, you hold nothing. You actually find a book that is meant for children.
The little basilisk that could.
I thought you were going to say the little bastard that could, and I was like, no, this isn't about the royalty.
Alright, how about Jason? What's Jason up to?
He is absolutely reading more of that Dracula's journal.
Alright, so the prophecy you left off on said that the VanHellmans family will either bring about the end of the apocalypse or fail to prevent it. And it had started to say something about how they're going to achieve greatness until, And when you've turned the page, you see until the second-born son of the Chosen One will bring about the downfall of the VanHellmans family.
If you're enjoying this and want to play yourself, head on over to evilhat.com and pick up a copy of Monster of the Week. When you do, enter code BARDROCK10 and get 10% off your entire purchase. And if you liked us, then here's a trailer for another Bard Rock Network show.
Christina, I'm all caught up in my favorite actual play podcasts. What should I do?
All of them? Even my podcast, Agents of Damned?
That's right. Your show's excellent, but I'm up to date on that one too. I'm not sure what to check out next.
Yeah, I know. There's just so many excellent actual play productions out there, it can be overwhelming to choose one.
Not to worry, friends. I can make some recommendations.
Oh my gosh, it's multi-talented TTRPG actual play performer and professional musician Marty Balmer.
That's right. Just check out my new podcast, College of Whispers. We're the actual play book club that can help you find your new favorite production. Join me and my co-host Vicky every month as we review and analyze different productions in a spoiler-light format that's both entertaining and informative.
Wow, that sounds great. You don't just look at the big name productions, right?
Yeah, I feel like whenever I ask for podcast recommendations, the same handful of super popular mainstream shows is all I get suggestions for.
Not to fear, on College of Whispers, we look at a mix of big names and indie productions, so the scrappy up-and-coming shows can get their moment in the sun as well.
Well, I'm sold. I'm gonna go download College Whispers on my favorite podcatcher right now. Thanks, Marty.
Wait, Paul, we're part of the Bard Rock Network now. How is any of this news to you?
Give them a listen, everybody. It does not specify for you, Jason, how the second-born son of the Chosen One will bring about the downfall of the family. It looks like whether or not they do so and the time in which they do so could be pivotal to the resolution of the prophecy at large. Are there any other information you wish to glean from the journal besides the prophecy?
Just to make sure I have all of the pieces correct. I was summoned by Dracula because of a deal from Lucifer, correct?
Dracula's trying to perfect the process of summoning Lucifer's army here.
Okay.
You get the impression that he was going to eventually summon an army of demons.
And that summoning of a demon army was going to start the apocalypse.
It was a step towards the apocalypse.
Okay. And then the second son of the Chosen One of the Hellmans would bring upon the apocalypse.
He is potentially going to cause the downfall of the family.
Okay.
So he is if anyone can cause the VanHellmans not to stop the apocalypse, it is this second-born son.
And I don't know of any Chosen Hellmans personally, correct?
No, you do not. Flipping through the journal, you see a timeline. It looks like the year is estimated to be over 100 years from now in the 2020s.
Okay. Other than that, Jason would probably be looking for, any reference to statues, anything that would, help him in this current situation.
So you do see that Dracula has his own contact, a seer who gave him the prophecy. Her name is Medusa.
Ah!
And that clicks in your mind of Medusa's the name of a famous Gorgon.
Yeah.
Do you cross-reference other books in the lore library that might have more information for you?
Yes.
Alright, so roll to investigate a mystery at this point to see how you do finding other information. That is plus sharp.
Can I do something to help with this a little bit? So I have that Doors of Perception thing that apparently whenever I use it, I can give a hunter, including myself, a +1 to a rating for the remainder of the mystery. Can I do a +1 to whatever this roll is about to be?
Sure, as long as Jason's okay with you giving him
I
proto
very much need it.
Yes. I rolled a 13 on that. Yes, I invented Adderall.
It's really not that far from cocaine, but okay.
So what do I add?
So you have +1 moving forward,
+1.
so you add +1 to your roll on
Okay.
sharp.
So I got an 11 from that.
Alright, with an 11, you get to hold 2.
Okay.
You can ask any of the following questions here. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do, and what is being concealed here? Obviously, we're limited with the context of what information is available in the lore library.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I probably can't tell you what happened here.
Yeah.
Because that's a present-day problem. And what is being concealed here doesn't seem relevant either, so probably one of those other questions. You already know it's a Gorgon, so that's probably also a waste of a question. So, what can it do? What can hurt it?
The statues itself are Gorgon?
No, I'll give you this one because what can it do would be the applicable question to find out more information about that.
Okay. Then I would probably ask that.
You know Gorgons, the Gorgon Medusa specifically, it was a seer who lost her sight after scorning the god Poseidon, and instead of her vision telling the future, it turns people into stone.
Yes.
And, there's like the whole thing with the snake hair, which isn't really relevant here. You see, like, minor notice, though, she does have the ability to control snakes and statues. Not just the statues she animates, but any statues.
Okay.
You also put 2 and 2 together and realize, oh, hey, she probably got cured of her curse at some point and became a regular seer again. She's probably Cassandra's sister.
Okay.
So that's one of your hold.
Okay. So, Cassandra's sister is Medusa. And the statues are attacking us for trying to find her?
Reading more about the curse of Medusa, it turned her from a relatively well-meaning, humanish woman, minus the seer powers.
Yes.
It corrupted her on a spiritual level.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she lost such an aspect of her humanity while she was corrupted by the Gorgon's curse that she basically became an ill-willed creature. You get the impression she's probably seeking lots of victims, and she recognizes you all as a threat to her continuing to do so.
Okay.
It's not that you're trying to find her, that's why she's attacking you. You would theoretically, once you found her, stop her from her rampage of turning people into petrified people.
Okay, I understand. Do I have one more hold, or was that my question?
Yeah. No, that was just expanding on what sort of creature is it. So,
okay.
What can it do? You kind of got that one. I gave you that one for free. What can hurt it? Probably can't tell where it went.
Okay.
And so what can hurt it, I guess? You know that the Greek hero Perseus, researching this, defeated Medusa the first time by getting her to look in her own reflection in his polished shield. A Gorgon can turn themselves into stone if they look in their own reflection. Beheading them will temporarily incapacitate them, but it won't kill her. She will eventually just through Greek magic bullshit grow a new fucking head.
Yeah. Okay. Learning all of that, I would probably just go to the rest of the family and tell them what I just learned.
Jason, Ari, question really quickly. Any leads on how or why, as far as monsters go? Ari, I believe you have a book in your hand?
The little basilisk that could.
Oh, that's a good one. That's my favorite, in fact. Never quite reached the end, though. How's it end?
You know, it's a story of love, of loss, of believing in yourself, and I'll admit there was a word on page 4 that I have been stuck trying to pronounce, so I've not gotten very far myself.
Oh, let me see. Alopecia. Yes.
Thank you.
Apparently basilisks suffer alopecia.
You actually find in the children's book about the basilisk, because basilisks can also petrify things, you see a collection of magical ingredients that when combined can create a concoction that can cure someone of petrification from the gaze of a basilisk, or, in this case, a Gorgon.
Oh, look.
And grow hair, apparently.
Yes, serpentine hair specifically, so probably not advised for that.
I'm getting a little thin up top, so maybe.
I think the snakes will add something.
Really? Do you think so?
Yeah. I mean, it would add a living element to you, I guess.
What are you trying to say, Jason?
Nothing, I'm just saying that there's gonna be more...
That's it. Every male from the VanHellmans will be neutered upon birth. There will be no heirs.
Seems like a drastic reaction.
Speaking of every VanHellmans, I feel like that would probably jog Jason's memory about the reading of the prophecy.
Yeah, I would have also told them about that too. I would have told them, everything I just learned.
I hate to tell you this, Jason, but, to be quite honest with you, and this has weighed heavily on my heart since, since the whole Dracula thing. You're adopted.
But he has my eyes.
You know what? I can't say I saw this coming.
See? He has my eyes.
Give them back.
Oh, drat. I pull out my eyes.
We can deal with your collection later, but not right now. So, now that everyone's eyes are back where they belong, Temperance, do you have the ingredients that were found in that little basilisk book?
Temperance, roll plus sharp to see if you have this, I guess. The sharp feels relevant, just like, oh, hey, did you happen to collect these things? I'm trying to remember what the expert rolls to just conveniently have the shit they need lying around. I'm basically doing that, but I'm giving you sharp to do it.
7.
With a 7, you know where to get the ingredients. You know of an apothecary in London that would carry the ingredients you need.
Oh.
Right, we know the general location, the country. Okay.
Yeah, we'll just have to go talk to my dealer where I get all of my weird shit.
Is that the strange place that sells heads?
Yes, the opium den. Well, it won't be any time at all.
Ah, very good. Very good.
We should also probably look into how to make ourselves reflective in some way. Or at least having everyone has some sort of reflective material on them.
Interesting, interesting. I'm liking where this is going. 1870s disco. Let's do this. Ari, do you have any polish for your axe, or maybe some armor that we could wear?
I should have an extra can of polish and some old shields and whatnot laying about.
I think in our manor we would have some shields. Maybe?
I mean, it's Victorian times. They had weapons everywhere.
True.
I also have a collection of, if we put the polish on my tinfoil hats, those will be super reflective.
Put the lotion on the tin.
Well, how else are you going to cover the lasagna?
Right. Speaking of lasagna, what if we used the cheeses that we make with lasagna in that grilled concoction of yours?
Oh, that would be good.
I think so. Lunchtime.
Oh, thank goodness, I was getting hungry just talking about the grilled cheese again.
I think we're gonna use Ari's idea of the tomato soup as well. I think I've got it!
Maybe if we inject the tomato soup into the grilled cheese itself, so that when you bite into it, it comes out like a lava cake. Or would that just ruin it?
Did Oscar just invent the gusher?
Savory gushers.
It's the grilled cheese bread bowl. It's fine.
Damn, our family's made everything.
Sure, we got so many inventors in our family. The genes are strong with temperance.
We invent everything by accident.
And then you sell it to people, and then they just give you a cut of the profit so you can be the shadow organization that invents everything and collects all the money.
We're not even mean about it either. We're like, oh, okay, here you go.
It helps fund my opium habit.
It's not an addiction. Everyone does it. It's a way of relaxing in this time.
I'll admit, I do not.
No, but Doc needs to cut back a little bit. She does it like every second.
What are you talking about?
I say, holding an opium.
Doc,
You're
please.
walking around plugged in. Plugged into an IV drip.
Invents the IV drip specifically for
Just to get drugs faster.
Squeezing the bag.
It's a miracle.
It's like a Capri Sun.
Well, those are put in tinfoil, are they not?
Oh my god, I invented the Capri Sun also.
Temperance, I don't think the Capri Sun idea is going to really kick off for another 100 years or so. Just keep it on the back burner.
But it has so much opium in it.
Yes, maybe we start off light with just some heroin.
It could be like my other invention, Coca-Cola. That's mostly Coke.
That is good stuff. A little chewy. Maybe if we add some liquids to it.
Chewy?
Yes.
Yeah, and some bubbles.
Carbonation. Yes.
Larry wakes up. He's like, "Why am I strapped to a table?"
Oh,
Oh, Larry!
Larry! Yes. This won't hurt at all, I say as I grab a hacksaw and grab his arm.
No!
We're going to make some improvements.
When you grab his arm, it feels remarkably stiff, and you realize his arm is made of stone.
Oh, well, I put the hacksaw away and grabbed the nearest 5-pound sledgehammer.
Okay, I take Oscar and I put him in another room. I, drag him out.
You can just put your hands under his armpits, pick him up, turn, walk.
Literally.
Larry looks you in the eye, Timber says, "Why can't I feel my arm, Doc?"
Well, I think I gave you too many drugs, and I've invented this new term for it. It's called stoned. So we're just gonna put you back under, and we're gonna fix this up for you right quick.
And he goes to protest, but you slip a laughing gas mask over him, and he just inhales a bunch of vapors and is back unconscious.
Oh, we need to get to my dealer for the basilisk spit, right now.
Temperance, your dealer is a young man, about 16, 17 years of age. His name is Winston.
Ah, so he's elderly. You said he was about 19, so...
That's old as fuck.
To be specific, he is actually, at this point, mid-20s. This is 1897. He's actually from a very affluent family. He's one of those guys that gets into drugs because his family's rich. He's from the Churchill family.
Proud tradition.
He went to the applied sciences, the boarding school. Yeah. They made a lot of drugs there.
Yeah, no, he requisitions the drugs with his money and uses his privilege because his family is very influential not to get in trouble for it. Anyway, yes, you're looking for a young man, mid-20s, by the name of Winston Churchill.
Winston, such a weak name.
Hold on.
I googled British public figures, and he was the only one on Wikipedia that was alive during this time period. Charles Dickens missed the window by 10 years.
I was like, wait, is this an actual true fact that you just randomly found? Winston Churchill just randomly sold drugs?
No, I'm spitting on his name.
Yeah. He also really likes a peace sign for some reason.
I think that means something different for him.
Yeah, that's exactly it. He actually hid his drugs inside of his cigars. That's actually a thing we are now canonizing. He was actually, doing blunts as cigars this whole fucking time.
God damn.
Dude was high every second.
He'll blaze them in the breeches, he'll blaze them... Anyway. Yeah, Winston Churchill it lives in downtown London.
So I guess we are, at the very least... we gotta go get some of the basilisk spit.
Yeah, I don't know if we all need to go.
I can go.
Don't worry, I've gone on my own a bunch of times. It's fine.
I don't trust London as a whole right now. Yeah, I'm going. I will go.
Oscar's still turning the knob on the closet that you locked him in. Hello?
Ari, just keep an eye on Oscar. That's all you gotta do.
Hello?
Here you go. If he gets really antsy, just give him one of my new Capri Suns. Just stick it in his arm and squeeze the bag. He'll be as gentle as a kitten. And here's one for you too. You should take more opium. It's good for the soul.
And when you say stick it in his arm, threatened Larry, who's deep asleep, just goes, but I can't feel my arm.
Yet, dearie, yet.
Go to sleep, Larry.
I will rend your limbs from you and make you into a mechanical Spider-Man. It will be glorious.
Yeah. Just here you go. Slide a grilled cheese under the closet door.
Ooh.
Is that your cheese made out of tortillas? How did you get
You invented the
Quesadilla.
From my times visiting the Mayans.
Oh, Jesus.
We're inventing so many cheese-based foods here. It's crazy.
How many more can we get?
That's why our family dies young.
I've got an even better idea. We can put it into a can, pressurize it like a fire extinguisher, and it can be a whiz. Cheese whiz.
I say as I'm being toted off.
Yeah, come on, let's go.
You can add that to your inventory, Steph. Cheese whiz.
Yes.
That better be
Made
used in the final fight somehow.
Made with a fire
Yes.
hose. The fire extinguisher.
All right, so are we actually splitting the party into someone babysitting Oscar and someone babysitting Temperance?
Should we?
I love how the barbarians are the even-tempered ones.
The two, actual fighters are over here just calm.
This is why you don't take drugs, children.
Or you take the specific right amount of drugs. Not
Yes.
too little, not too much.
And it's
And
important
by
when
a
you do, you take
prescriber.
the exact drug you need. Too much, taking the right amount of the wrong drug is also bad.
It's just a series of unfortunate events of accidentally getting the right amount.
So Jason and the doc are going to go and buy some weed from Winston Churchill.
No, we're buying basilisk spit.
No, it's not basilisk spit. That's not. It's actually phoenix tears primarily, but then you have to dilute it in certain other chemicals. But phoenix tears are the rare item you need.
Oh, okay.
So I talk his ear off the whole time we're going there, and we get there. It's like,
You're such a good boy taking me to my drug dealer.
Thank you.
Weirdly, it's just a guy in the back room named Phoenix that they keep torturing for his tears.
Yeah, so as you get to Winston Churchill's house, which, by the way, fun fact for the listeners, Winston Churchill, this makes total sense, would have been dealing drugs because he was actually disowned by his family as a young man. Real historical fact.
I can't tell if you're being serious.
No, that's actually, I'm assuming it is because it was in Epic Rap Battles of History,
No,
which is the
really?
best and most citable historic resource, of course.
Absolutely.
You get to Winston Churchill's house, and I'm going to go with an anachronism here. It's just you pull up there, and there's a bunch of beads dangling from the door, and there's this little old lady walking with walking with a guide stick and thick sunglasses and a hair bun, and it's like, oh, excuse me, dearie, so sorry, I had to get this from my meloma, and don't say anything though. And she just kind of whacks her stick against Jason's leg a few times. Then she kind of makes her way through and keeps going.
That was weird. I didn't feel shit.
Oh, don't worry. That's the Capri Sun mix kicking in, dear.
When did you give that to me?
I'm gonna knock on the door.
Winnie!
You realize you're knocking on a bunch of beads dangling from a doorframe. I just gave him a very stereotypical 1960s pot den.
It's an opium den. Which somehow Temperance is knocking on the beads.
Yes, and there's this heavy-set man smoking a cigar. Is that my best client, Dr. Frankenstein? Oh, doctor, it's been so long.
It's Frankenstein VanHellmans. I did get married.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm just jealous because it wasn't me. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, sweetie, that was forever ago. I need a fix.
Oh, sure. What do you got? And he pulls open a suitcase, and he has little sample-sized packets of 60 things.
One of each of those, and we're gonna need to make Phoenix cry again.
Oh, Phoenix tears. Yeah, no, I have those. Sure, no problem. Let me just go to the back. And he steps off into a side room. It's definitely just his kitchen closet. And he pulls out a 2-ounce bottle that just has a little red feather on it. Here you go. This is all I got. This is on the expensive side, though. It's very rare, very difficult to get.
Oh, okay.
And
I'll just, the usual payment, and I grab him by the collar, I don't know, make out with him or something, and then just take the phoenix feather. Thank you, dear.
Jason is scarred.
And as he steps away, he holds up the wad of cash that you slip him when you kiss him. Because you do pay your drug dealer. That wouldn't be right otherwise.
it's fine. Hey, he's technically a chemist. We're fine. Technically.
Roll to read a bad situation as you're making out with Winston Churchill.
Oh, no.
Fuck.
Where is the
Making-
bad situation?
That is the bad situation.
Making out
For
with
Jason
Winston?
specifically, this is the bad situation.
Already, yeah, that's bad.
Can I help?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and help. I don't know how.
Look, you're just scarred enough that you're not taking this at face value, because Temperance is, having a good time.
Yeah, that's an 8.
Alright, so with an 8, you give +1 moving forward to Temperance. Temperance, what is your roll before the +1?
It's a 6 before the +1, which gets me up to a 7, which is just in the mixed success range.
Alright, perfect. So, Jason, you are going to be exposed to some sort of danger in the future.
That's fine with me.
You get to hold +1 on read a bad situation. Best way in, best way out. Are there dangers we haven't noticed? What is the biggest threat? What's most vulnerable to me? What's the best way to protect the victims? You get one of those questions.
Oh god. Me or Jason?
You're the one who rolled to read a bad situation, so you.
Oh god. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
I'm glad you picked that question. While you're pressed up against Winston, you feel something very rock solid, but not the thing you expected to feel. You realize part of him feels as solid as stone.
Yeah, it does.
Not that one. I already said that. Yeah, you actually realize his chest, when you grabbed him by the thing, his chest feels like it's made of stone.
I'm thinking this is a good time for the stun ray pistol. And Temperance has some women's wiles going on. It's just like,
Aw, Winnie, are you turning to stone, or are you just excited to see me?
So what you're telling me is instead of just asking this man who seems to be your friend to go willingly, you knock him unconscious. Like
Yes.
you're a cave person, keep finding someone to court and bonking them over the head with a club.
this is how Temperance carries on the VanHellmans line.
Alright, sure. Go ahead and roll to act under pressure to stun gun Winston Churchill.
Can I use a luck point? Just for funsies.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Alright, so you roll 12, you stun gun the fuck out of Winston Churchill. He is very unconscious. What is the special effect that happens when you cash in your luck as the action scientist?
When you spend a luck, some gadget or machine near you will do something weird. Malfunction, break down, or explode.
Oh no.
Some gadget or item or artifice near you, eh?
No.
Yep.
Yeah, so you hear an engine revving, which is weird because there's only one object in the Greater London area that has an engine that you know of.
God damn it, Paul.
And you go outside with Winston Churchill's unconscious body. Your RV's gone.
Huh.
Doc?
Uh-huh.
What the fuck are we gonna do?
Call a cab?
Monster Cafe is a Bard Rock Network production. The Keeper was Paul Kinter. Oscar VanHellmans was played by Justin Langston. Ari VanHellmans was played by Izzy. Jason VanHellmans was played by Nick. And Dr. Temperance Vigilance Frankenstein VanHellmans IV was played by Steph. All their socials can be found in the show notes. Music courtesy of Storyblocks and Epidemic Sound. If you want to talk with fans of the show, hop in our Discord server linked in the show notes. Now then, until next time.